Hello, sharpshooters. Just a couple of things this week. Well, I'm going to talk about cryptos again because I've been doing a lot of work. On the weekends the exchange is closed and I can't use my Bbso. By the way, this is a trade it did. Look at that. Not bad. Uh, I was expecting the dollar to go up, but it didn't last week. And I've been looking at the commitment of traders report. So I'm hanging on. Uh, it seems that the banks haven't moved, so that's good. And it seems that retail didn't do very much. So who did the buying last week? Central banks. I would suggest the European Bank. In fact, every time they have a meeting, and they had a meeting this week, and there is a warning on the top of my product. If you don't want to take too many risks, because that's when the robot does the worst, is during central bank meetings, basically the European Central Bank and the US Fed, and it lasts a couple of days before and a couple of days after. You get irrational markets. So irrational in the way that they bought all the time when, technicals and other things were saying it should be a sell. So another reason to use, BBSO robot and put it on buy only, sell only, put the filters on and, buy and sell, put the filters on and just relax, okay? But what I really want to talk about today again is cryptocurrencies. Now, some of you may think I'm going mad and, that I'll unsubscribe and things like that. But the reason I'm talking about cryptocurrencies now is look at these graphs. Look at these graphs. This is cryptocurrencies, okay? This is Bitcoin. Now, when I see a graph like that, I see blood on the street, right? I mean, it was at the top at what, 19,000? And it's 5,000 now. Now, whatever you think about Bitcoins, and I really didn't believe in it in the beginning, cryptocurrencies and all that, and I understand the blockchain mechanism now and how it works and how it's created and the difficulty and the algorithms and the mining and all that. But there are two things that hit me lately. First of all, some very big people like McAfee, the head of Twitter, some Facebook people are saying, this is an absolute revolution. It's going to go up quite a lot. Some of you might say, yeah, whatever. But it's originally this is what happens. Originally, yes, it is for bandits, it is for buying cocaine, it is for all that kind of stuff. But once that dies down, it's kind of come into the imagine that cryptocurrencies are basically an alternative. Uh, with no middleman, no bank in between, and it's the entire internet, people like you and me, who can, and I'll show you an application right now actually, who can mine also, participate in it. Here is the application. I've got a very simple one because I didn't want to play around with difficult hacks and things like that. I could, but you know, there are various ways to mine. Of course, the best way to buy. I'll go through everything because I've studied everything inside out. You know, you can buy through exchanges, okay, like Coinbase. I'll leave a link below. That's probably the best way to buy. You buy cash and you have no leverage, and you can keep it there, and you can buy your bitcoins and buy your ETH and whatever you want to buy. Probably the best top three ones, ETH and bitcoins, are the best one to buy, whatever anybody says. Look at this drop. Come on, look at this drop. Where do you think it's going? Now, another thing that's really interesting in Bitcoin is that my friends at banks are saying all the banks have set up Bitcoin teams. So, I mean, this is getting serious now. It's been regulated. What people don't think it's not regulated. It is regulated in Europe. People get licenses in New York to open BitStore exchanges. And you can actually mine it yourself. See, I'm mining right now. This is mining. This is my CPU card, right? Mining. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's fun. It's mining right now, and this is the estimation for one day. It's using my card in the background. This is a gaming PC. It's got a lot of power. So, and you know, this is going to convert this. These are called satoshis. The guy who invented the Bitcoin, apparently, and you convert them into bitcoins. Now, of course, this is a very small percentage of bitcoins, but hey, you know, I'll take anything. $20 in bitcoins. I'll add it. Maybe it'll multiply by 20,000. I don't know. Bitcoin is something you want to buy only. So that's one way of doing it. You can go and mine it. You can also go. A new thing is cloud mining, which isn't too bad, which I'm starting to get involved in. So you go to one of these cloud mining firms, and you pay, but not too much. If you go to a Chinese one, you can pay $20. If you go to European ones, you can pay, and then that gives you, you know, they have huge infrastructures, and they will mine for you. And I calculated it with one of them now. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you invest something like $5,000-6,000, you probably get double the money back. And this is, you know, later years. This is not the beginning. So that's not too bad. Risk-free because it's just running. I mean, you can't lose money, right? You can't lose money on this. So that's another way of doing it. So you have that. You can also buy the machines. You can buy a machine with 36 graphic cards and put them in your house. Then you got the electricity cost and all that. You can work it out. That works too. Or you can use your PC like me and just have fun and just go buy on Coinbase. Or, what is the best alternative, do you think? What do you think is the best alternative I'm going to give you? Huh? This is Bitcoin on Bbso. Yes, it works on Bbso. It's been fixed so it can. And Bbso can optimize the Bitcoin. All right, and you know you want to buy in dips, right? So you can put it on. Let's say you put it on 15 minutes. Let's hope that works right now. And okay, I'll put it on 1 hour down. But okay, this will get bigger. It's optimizing right now, but you can see that by putting, I mean, basically Bitcoin, you know, takes a while to get to where it needs to go. And but I mean, you know, we're looking for dips. Isn't that clever to buy dips here? Let's say it goes down to the bottom of this band here, or buy some, and you'll see it much clearer when this. Now it's optimizing now, so I can use Bitcoin, all right, and ETH. There's ETH. Look at that, even better. ETH, it's the weekend, so my self-up is not on, so it's a bit more difficult. ETH, we can also find some points to buy on that. Now, this is probably the best way to buy Bitcoin because you don't need to farm out, you don't need to buy machines, you don't need to go in the cloud, and you have leverage. How about that? If you buy some certain brokers, which I'm not going to mention. But a lot of brokers are you know, offering cryptocurrencies. I mean, you can buy the contracts, sell them, and you'll probably make more in a day, or just hold them. You can hold them forever, as I do in my signals with the euro. You can hold them forever until they come to fruition. You can always have a Bitcoin position. You can sell it and buy it. And the advantage is instantaneous. You can get the money in out instantaneously on PayPal or something. Now, Bitcoin has a problem in that it takes about 10 minutes to settle. And if you're all gone berserk and crazy and have these secure wallets like a lot of people are doing now and keys and things like that, how long does it take you to get the Bitcoin in your wallet and sell it? You know, I mean, these are not huge sums. You can keep it on a place like Coinbase. But this is even easier. MT4, MT5, when my robot can go buy it for you. So there you go. Words of wisdom, eh? Anyway, we're going to continue this week with my 3 favorite time frames. And what I have done finally, I think I've set up an MT5 tachyon signal. Why not? I mean, it's secret. I hope you can see the performance. And I think I'm going to do a very safe MT4, because there's a way to use Bbso in a very safe way. It does give you tremendous, amazing growth with maybe 10% a month. Some people will be happy with that with a very low drawdown. That is completely possible. And I'm trying it right now on demo, because you know I love to fiddle with sticks, things. I like to fiddle with like on my signal. You know, I try all sorts of things like a mad scientist. That's why it's not subscribable right now. But you'll see the end. You'll see in the end. I make money in the end. So, but I have launched a fund for which you can subscribe. It's going to have a little bit of crypto in it, but I'll probably just leave it there. But it'll trade on my 3 very ultra secret classified time frames, and see what happens. You can judge me on that for the no sayers. People have been saying forever, because it does work. So you have the MT5 Tachyon Elite Fund. So I don't know how many people I want in there. But I look at it, this Bitcoin gave me an interesting story. It's like Warren Buffett, you know, he started his shares at, I don't know, a very low price, and they're worth $250,000 each or something now, because he doesn't believe in stock splits. Maybe this can happen on a MT5, because MT5 is really my best product. MT4 is more geeky, that's why I've taken it out, and some people love playing with it. And you know, the Renko is making the most money now, to tell you the truth, because the Renko last week just took that slide right up, and so there were stops out on the normal ranging, but the Renko didn't get stopped out. So anyway, news from Bbso, still continuing, still the best trader, and still for sale on the MT5, because it's the best version I have. And if you're really geeky, I can help you out with the MT4 versions, different modules, Renko modules, squeeze break modules, breakout modules, things like that, that we do that not everybody has. Okay? So have a good weekend, and thank you for listening. Please give me some likes. I know I talk a lot, but I think I talk about interesting things. So to conclude again, Bitcoins. You have 3 ways of getting Bitcoins. Mining, which is, you know, owning stores of, you have plug-in machines now. You just buy them and plug them in. So you can have a whole garage full of these machines minting for you. Maybe you can invest, you know, $10,000 and make 25,000. I don't know. It's not the same as in the beginning. But I think there is going to be a capacity problem. One good thing about Bitcoin too, it's like the gold standard. It's limited. It's not like money. They're not going to print it forever. It's not like the deficit. It grows, it grows, it grows. Bitcoin is not going to grow. They're going to come against a shortage. It's going to stop 2021. There'll be no more Bitcoins. So same with the ETH, which I like very much, because it's $179. That also has taken a huge fall. So think about that. Gold standard, a lot of people missing it. Well, it's on these cryptocurrencies. So it's not banded currencies. It's become mainstream. It's regulated now, more and more. And it's still anonymous in some way. But there's a general ledger that keeps every trade, so you know where they come from. There have been thefts, but they're from exchanges. They're not from the blockchain itself. You can't steal from the blockchain. So if you keep your, if you're completely paranoid and don't believe in the biggest exchanges like Coinbase and all that, then you can do a wallet and do double or authentication and put everything in crypto. You can buy a special key called Trezor. Costs